Today is flea market day. I'm going back to Lambertville. That sounds sketchy. Oh, a little bit of ice patch. Speaking of ice, I feel like I've torn my ACL 4 times today just walking over this. I mean, this is... I can't... Usually I park right here, but I had to park on the road. Now I walk everything. Ideally, perfect world, we'll get this paved. Ideally, perfect world, we'll get this paved one day. But yeah, solid ice, so I have to walk all around it. The joys of selling during the winter, I guess. But yeah, it's Lambertville day. I'm going to be bringing a bunch of stuff. I have all this stuff that's kind of have to go. A couple of these pieces I'm going to be taking out that won't be going to Lambertville as I'm looking at it now. But yeah, loading up right here for another fun day. I'm going to take these awesome pieces right here. I have a handful of these. I found them a while back. If you've been subscribed long enough, you know where I found them. And a lot of these other cool smalls, I think might sell. Some carnival glass. I believe that's what that is. I am bringing a bunch of bottles as well. And some of these older prints. I don't know how sporty Lambertville is. Oh, is that Mickey Mantle card? What in the world? I think this is a reprint. Yeah, that's a reprint. It's got to be 1989. All right. I was going to say, wow, that's a very expensive baseball card just sitting there. But that's going to wrap it, or that's not going to wrap it up. That's going to wrap it up here for the intro. I'm going to start loading up. I got probably about 9 boxes in there. I'll probably bring about another 10 or so. And we'll see how Lambertville goes. It should be a fun one. Back to the flea market. Winter selling. Don't know how many times I'm going to be going to Lambertville this year, but really wanted to get there last year and finally going to be able to do it now. So let's get into it. Make it a fun day. Let's do it. All right. Next morning, on the way to the flea market. All right. Just like that, we're here at Lambertville. It's more packed the other way. This whole area is empty, but it's pretty packed that way. I'll show you guys when the sun comes up. We're here, flea market day. All right, this is kind of my setup. A lot of oddities. I had a couple people ask me about the drum. It's probably one of my favorite pieces. No one counter offered. They said 40. Thought that was a fair price, but still got a lot of time. I think it's going to be a great piece to have for quite some time. Sold a bunch of bottles. It's almost like I feel like I should just buy any kind of bottle from here on out. I mean, I probably sold 10 or so throughout the day. Some patches I sold as well. I did sell an axe. I got out that $100 storage unit. I only had one person to look at. No one even asked me about it though. I thought it was kind of cool. I've had a couple of these. It's a nice seat going on. So I want to do a little bit of a walk around, but I might do that towards the end. I am freezing cold. I don't know why, it's just so chilly. Maybe it's because I'm in like the shade, but the sun's kind of blocked from these vans. But I'll show you guys kind of what my setup looks like. I have been selling here for about an hour and a half now and made a ton of sales. And it's nice because no one really negotiates and everything kind of starts at like $5, which to some people might be like, oh, $5 is not that much. When I'm used to selling like boxes for $5 and somebody's paying $5 an item, it's a lot different, which is nice about this flea market. The only issue is you kind of only have like a couple tables, whereas mine you have like the size of 2 vans you can fit. So the amount of inventory you can put out is a little bit different. And it's a little bit of a drive. It's about an hour and a half. So you factor all that in, but you know, you make up for it with the sales. But I'll show you guys what I have. People are interested. So one tool guy came over and bought all my interesting Craftsman wrenches and stuff at $1 to $2 each. So all the rest is probably going to my flea market. It's kind of what I got. I have the Federal bowls. $20 for the set. Appreciate it.
I like when they say it's complete.
Yeah, it's complete, yeah.
Yeah, and they always, my nephews coming home and break it out. That's good one.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Absolutely, thank you. Enjoy them. So that was easy. I paid $5 for that set. I got 20 for it, so that's pretty nice. I paid $5 at it was that auction where I bought a ton of glassware. I bought so many remainder lots. I think I go, wow. It was a good lot. It was a good auction. It was a person with an antique booth, but like a large, maybe an antique shop, and it was all the stuff she couldn't sell at her yard sale, and she lived in the boonies. So you kind of figure like how many people really stopped at her yard sale, and she was moving to Virginia, and I just kept buying and buying and buying. I literally packed the van all the way to the top. I do remember that. I bought a box of bottles that had some really rare ones in it. That was, oh, the good old days. All right, so the buttons over here just sold. It's pretty nice. The washstand did not, I think that Carnival glass did not sell. I looked over there, I walked down there, and guys selling like the same kind of stuff, but he has like tables there. Anything on that table is $10, anything on that table is $5, and he had a lot of this Carnival glass. So I don't know if he's asking $5 a piece for it, or what he might be asking. Alright, soon gonna pack up here. I did sell a ton of this dentistry stuff. Probably going to set up again here in a couple days, and then that might be it for the winter. I don't think somebody wants this receipt, so I'll throw that out. So yeah, that'd probably be it for the winter season. I know, the heck is my garbage? I don't really have garbage. I guess this is garbage. That's my boxes. I know this flea market during the summer gets very, very busy. It's also a lot more money. I can't remember. It's $50 or $55 for maybe 2 tables. Whereas my flea market, the size of 2 vans is like $25. So they could essentially bring all the good stuff here, but once you start adding in the cost of the tables and the spot and gas, you know, it gets kind of confusing, a little bit too much. But I sold a ton of stuff today. I'm really shocked about. So this is the thing that I found in the trash. A lot of people, actually I think I've seen one comment that said you should ask $20 for it. I had probably 3 people look at it, but no one bought it. No one even asked me a price about it. It's a shame it's so beat up. So I never even got to 20, never even asked 10, never even asked 5. It's a shame. I also realized this front door does not stay shut. Oh, it's because there's this hook here. Well, that's stupid. I could have done that this whole time. Wow. Well, the more you know. There's a hook, like, there. Just can't see it, but it's there. Might have to crack this open and just take the stamps out. You know, I think this is in a different... It's It's not American. It's different. Stamps of Republic of Guiana. Is that the right way to pronounce it? So they're from Guiana. Also, did see Dave. I know a lot of people asked me about Dave, Blue Bus Dave, so I did run into him. He has a bunch of things planned for the future, so he should be back on YouTube without going into too many details in that. But everyone who asked about him, he is here. He is all right. He's doing well. He seems very healthy. So yeah, it's always good to see that. I know I got a ton of questions and comments over the last 2 months about that. And like I said, I root for everyone, and I'm really glad Dave's still around. So, and still around doing this stuff. So we'll see what happens with his channel and what he's going to do. All right, left the flea market, heading home. I have to do a little unloading. I didn't buy anything. I didn't really walk around too much. I did actually sell a little silver cup to the silver guy down there. And he ended up giving me $40 for it. So I was very happy that I put it aside. I don't remember where I got it, but it was weighted sterling. So yeah, I'm very excited and very happy I was able to do that. I'm grateful that I've built connections through a variety of ways where I have someone who will buy silver or gold wherever it might be. So that was good. It was I should have probably videoed it walking through the flea market to the guy, but it was a cup, silver. He didn't buy my silver plate though. I had 2 pieces of silver plate. They were marked something a little bit different. It wasn't marked like quadruple plate or anything like that. It was just marked something weird. And I thought maybe, just maybe, they might be silver, but they weren't. So, yep, that was that. All right, so made it back up to the warehouse. I have to unload the van. I don't, well, I'm going back there in a couple days to sell because we're going to get what looks like one more warm day. In fact, the warmest day of the week will be that day. It's going to be like a high of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. I say Fahrenheit just because I know whenever I say any sort of temperature, people go crazy. If you have Celsius or you measure your degrees or temperature in Celsius, it's like crazy. Anyway, so made it back to the warehouse. This kind of like middle area right here is for more Lambertville. There's some leather, you know, stuff like that. I do have another one of these. This was probably, so this is the second one. I got this with all the dentistry stuff. I'm trying to remember how much money I spent at an auction. I did end up selling this for $5. This is the second one, and it was probably like the second or third last item to sell today. So, yeah. I don't know if I should bring the other one because I'm going to be bringing back maybe like 3 or 4 more boxes that I brought today. I'm going to bring it back, whereas the other half of stuff that didn't sell, I'll probably just put in my own flea market pile for the summer. But I have a feeling people probably want to see fresh inventory at the flea market, and a lot of people who shop today will be back there in a couple days. So if you bring the same stuff, you know, people like kind of quickly skip over your spot. But yeah, I have a handful of stuff there to sell. But other than that, it was a good day all around. It was very, very exciting to get back to the flea market. This morning, it was freezing cold. Last time I saw it at Lambertville, it was a high of 8 degrees. So it was brutal. This morning, it was only 21, 22 degrees, and I got up to about 40. That's what it's at right now. So, yeah, we'll be back at the flea market here in a couple days. I do have a bunch of other odd items that I want to bring. But like I said, it was really fun to go out there and sell. I did very, very well. It was nice not having people negotiate over every single thing and kind of nickel and dime you. That was the nice thing about the flea market. And it was also good to see Dave because I know a lot of people ask questions about Dave, that he's up to some interesting adventures. I think he'll probably share with you guys in the future. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up. It was good to see everyone and good to get back out there. But other than that, fun day at Lambertville. My normal flea market pile is growing by the second. Everything and everything. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for coming along. I know a lot of people requested for flea market videos. Unfortunately, here in Pennsylvania during the winter, a lot of flea markets aren't open. And I know that flea market, which is in New Jersey, the weather's pretty comparable to here, and this winter's been pretty brutal. So we're only about a month and a half away from really getting the full swing. Full. We're only about like 2 months away from everything popping back up. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you guys enjoyed, smack the like button, subscribe down below. Thanks for coming along for another adventure. Until next time, have a great day. Keep living the dream. Peace.